who close things out.
However, the points that TSM were able to get will keep them at first place, and as we know, they've got to get as close as they can to 50 to try and get on match point.
That's game one done and dusted. A lot to talk about, and I can't think of many better people in the world to do it. So we're going to send it down to the desk. Brainday, take it away.
Onsec asking what a call and what a moment. That last high ground fight, the middle ground and the low ground, it turned out to be Gambadeo Tucson on the low ground, representing APAC North, getting the first W here in our match point finals. But remember, Monsoon, you know, it does take a marathon to get there. Nobody's on match point yet, but it was a great sign for APAC North.
Yeah, it was a beautiful first game to start everything out on. Obviously, TSM was in a great position, but because of the zone pulling a little bit south, they had to actually rotate first and share the top side with ESA there. Let's talk about ESA for a second too, because they actually Valk ulted and sniped the second floor of the lava building, which was an insane call. And then they managed to sweep under the side of the donut and be the last into the 5-team pileup, which is amazing. But Geo getting the res off, super crucial. And you got to remember, it's hard to justify trying to fight as ESA there, because in this situation, if you're down 50 health, TSM's going to come out on top every time.
Yeah, Gino.
Yeah, I mean, that push into the donut building where they took out EXO. EXO were, like, at that point, I was calling that God spot, but unfortunately, they got pushed from another team on the bottom floor, I believe, and it was the sandwich between them and ESA. Otherwise, I think ESA may not have made it any further.
Tiff, what did you see there in that last circle? Obviously, good performance from TSM. A lot of fans in the building excited, thought they were going to win, but that's still good news, I think, for North America and the boys.
Yeah, it was really cool. Honestly, throughout when we got to 10 teams, where TSM had positioned themselves on top of Thermal, they were able to engage with all the teams that were surrounding them. You were seeing teams drop left and right, but TSM was always picking up at least one of the eliminations. So granted, maybe they didn't win this map, but they probably had a good enough KP and placement points associated with that to get the good score. Now, question is, we're not on match point yet, so a win really doesn't matter just yet, but congratulations to GO for making that work for them.
Yeah.
Because they did come from elimination round 2, their journey has been one of the longest here so far this week, and they were also the ones breaking out Newcastle and fortifying all of the areas, so they know how to bunker down in an endgame.
Yeah, a phenomenal win. We actually saw that a lot in the elimination bracket. NorCal Esports made it there. They were also playing Newcastle. A lot of teams that would sit in zone and try to have these defensive kind of, we'll buy some more time for ourselves, and maybe a mistake will happen on your end. That's kind of what happened here.
Yeah, there were a lot of teams looking for that early zone, but not many were able to find it. This was, I mean, we were talking about chaos before, right? The way this circle shifted ensured chaos. I mean, DZ at the start, I thought they were looking in the best position, were holding the choke above Thermal. Circle shifted drastically. I was like, okay, all right, maybe the village north of Thermal, you know, Onic and NRG, I believe, was sitting there. It shifts again. We've got people going all the way into Thermal, and then it was EXO. Unfortunately, they got crunched, and in the end, it was the teams who were just picking off as many of the others as they could, like TSM, picking up big amounts of kills, and it means it doesn't matter where the circle goes, you've guaranteed those points.
Let's take a look at the highlights of game one as we continue to talk about this. Monsoon, with those zone pulls, what do you do in that situation as a pro? Because sometimes it's just bad luck.
Yeah, obviously, like, you can kind of understand the general area of where the zone's going to pull, but once again, you don't know exactly where it's going to end. We've seen many, many variations of this exact zone over the last 2 years, but that's what separates the good from the great, as we can see, the adaptability, the ability to overcome adversity, to push through these teams. So, I mean, obviously, a lot of these teams played super well, especially ESA.
Back off that, would you say that is the most important quality that teams are going to have to display here? The adaptability, the mental?
Absolutely, especially in a battle royale like this. Obviously, there's some variables you can control, but a lot of it you can't.
Tim, what did you see here going on through these highlights towards the end game as well?
All I can see right now are all the Seer exhibits that are on the screen, because let me just tell you, this scan meta has been kind of crazy, but ESA, this in particular, going the distance, I know Girl backstage as well, Monsoon, you and I were kind of talking about ESA and what the storyline could look like for them if they go the distance and take a win here. Because, mind you, they came in from preseason qualifiers, all of the roster swaps that they've had. Luda at one point had a wrist injury, had to overcome the adversity for that, get back to top form, and, you know, this team, they're playing with a sub Cody.
Yeah.
And Girl was like, he is one of the most humble people known early on for his insane octane skills, and speaking of Octane, I know we saw one in the lobby.
Yeah, and that's the thing. There is going to be some legend variation here, and I feel like from the things we've witnessed as well, Fnatic, notably in Game 6 of the elimination bracket, they were actually able to, or it might have been the winners bracket, they were able to actually switch off of the Watson onto the Bangalore. So we're seeing this aggressive kind of Horizon Bangalore Valkyrie meta coming in for those watching at home. It's been the talk of the town for a lot, but we'll see if that adjusts, because this is a whole new beast. The winners bracket is clear, and though Ganbare Otusan took first place with 12 placement points and 4 kills, it was really Esports Arena and TSM who came out on top of the lobby.
I mean, you very rarely see someone win a game and then come third after that. I mean, a couple of teams really fragging out here. 14 kills on TSM. I mean, you had 6 on Hal, 7 on Verhulst, and the ever-present support player Reps, he chimed in with 1.
Yeah. Incredible stuff here. And you even talked about it. Luminosity had a good game too. Let's look at this backside. What stands out to you, Monsoon, here in the bottom 10?
Unfortunately, Guard being taken out on rotate by EXO because of, you know, Harvester and Landslide. Super unfortunate to see, but they got to shake it off and look forward.
You said that mental adaptation, that ability to adjust. What do you do in Game 2 in a situation like that?
Obviously, these players have a lot of experience going through ups and downs. Not everything can go your way, but I mean, we all know the Guard. Their mentals are great. They got great team culture. So they just got to lock it in and get ready to go. This is not the end. This is game 1 of a potentially 20-game series. So
now, be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen. People started with points at the top, and this is something that is going to shake up this leaderboard. We started with 10 for first place and all the way down to 1 for our 10th qualifier. So you will see a little bit of extra cushion. That's the benefit of going through the winners bracket.
Yeah, 100%. We know NRG came from the winners bracket. They won. They got that extra 10 points when they started. So you can see they pick up 7 points in match number 1, coming in with 17 points. But TSM, they were only in the top 5 out of winners bracket, or maybe a little bit less. I don't remember the exact positioning, so don't judge me, guys. I'm sorry. But regardless, they made up for it just in map number 1. Raven, whatever he is doing with the team to bring out the best individually that they can of each person. I mean, we saw Reps, you said only 1 elimination, but that's because he was sitting back with the 30-30, dealing a lot of damage and letting everyone else pick up the eliminations.
What a day so far. TSM, Ganbare Otusan, and Esports Arena out to a great start in Game 1 here in London. We've got Game 2 coming up of our Match Point Finals. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to continue the action. Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the Apex Legends Global Series.
WD Black, the official storage partner of the Apex Legends Global Series.
Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2, jumping right into the action in our match point final. It's Fallout, joined alongside Vicky Kitty for game 2 on World's Edge before we jump into Storm Point on game 3.
Absolutely amazing first game to start things off. Double-digit KP for TSM, coming in 3rd ESA with amazing Skyward Dive, but we're diving into already a game number 2 after GO took that first win.
That's right, massive win for Ganbare Otusan, which is so interesting, right? They're dropping Fragment West and splitting some loot with ESA, so you'd think they have such bad loot leading Frag West. We all know Frag West got that nerf a couple of seasons ago with mid-tier loot. And look at this, Gray Shields leaving Frag West, but they were still able to make it to late game and find success given the early rotation. Look how fast they have rotated.
Free agents, by the way. Just gotta note that real quick.
Yeah, former
Dag. I love seeing their name and I love seeing the representation.
Exactly. Former Reject Squad. They are ALGS champions, year one champions in the APAC North region. This is a team that has a ton of experience. Currently an orgless squad, though, hence the white T-shirt that they made for themselves. It's like MLG 2008 with the white T-shirts. You love to see it, but more importantly, any orgs right now looking for a top team, GO is here to play.
Seeing the side-by-side look here as we take a note of where the circle is going to be taking us to the south. Lava Siphon, TSM are going to have a ball game with that because they're going to have the beacon. They're going to plan their next move. We saw that ESA on the other screen also had a fantastic first game after that skyward dive in a difficult choke point.
That's right. I love that we saw ESA eluding the rest of Frag West. They also have the replicator, but hold that thought for just a moment. Exo Clan has decided to be ultra aggressive in this lobby. They took out the guard early in the last game. Well, looks like they're trying to do it again. They are 4th overall in total average kills on the weekend. They have been playing so aggressive. They are 3rd overall in total average points, 7.73 points a game. This is a team that is playing at a top 5 caliber right now.
When we talk about teams that also excel, because we know that World's Edge, and after this game we're going to go on to Storm Point, the team that has the most wins on World's Edge throughout this weekend in playoffs is EXO. They have 4 wins currently right now. Guard, they also have 4 wins in total, but one of those wins comes from Storm Point. They have 3 wins in second on World's Edge right behind EXO. And RG, one of the teams that we also saw take early final circle positioning on the high ground inside of that building. We saw Sweet charging things up with the charge rifle, beaming down a lot of the players coming in, but let's hold that thought as LG Yanya get the first knock into Imperial Howl.
Oh my god, Reps with the beam though might find a way to give them an opportunity to clutch this 2v3. Yanya, pushing wide left, gonna get the elimination on Hal. Hal is out, and who is it? None other than the nightmarish Yanya, formerly known as Ganjaman. So dominant, El Presidente takes out the CEO.
I gotta give my love over to Mexico Luminosity. That's why this has been my team to watch after an insane performance yesterday, getting 23 KP in one game. They looked like they were farming, they looked like they were playing pubs, and they need to bring that confidence going into this final day.
That's right. You know, look, I call them the Nightmare Squad. Why? Because every team in North America has had nightmares. I guarantee it. LG just farming the lobby. They've done it time and time again throughout Pro League, and here they are right now. It's a nightmare for TSM, perhaps some nostalgia, as Hal's gonna get taken out already to the hands of LG. But really good job from Reps and Verholst. They tried seeing if they can clutch the 2v3. Recognize, yeah, not our fight. Let's back out, let's reset, let's play as a team of 2. Won't have a chance to grab banner most likely either. So we'll see how Reps and Verholst will do. Not the typical duo of Reps and Hal that we're used to seeing in these late games.
Gotta nerf them out here after that performance in that first game. They're looking to be very kill heavy. Now playing as a duo, Reps gets pinged by the 30-30 right now.
Well, interesting TSM discussion going on right now. I'd love to jump into a listen and with TSM if we can. Heard there's a lot of chatter and perhaps some disagreement, but for now, hold that thought. GO already lost one. They're pushing Rambo though. Keon's gonna get the knock with a charge rifle, and just after, Juzna is out. The guard says we're back for game 2.
That looked like a bait as Rambo tries to hype up the crowd. He says, speak our name. The guard is here to hold on the high ground, but they put them in the line of sight on purpose. Gio tried to push Rambo, try to wrap around the corner. Guess what? The guard was waiting for them with a charge rifle on the high ground on top of the rooftop.
And Rambo, like a goalie in a net, says, don't you dare. Do you know who I am? Shuts him down, and the guard comes out on top. Most of the difference there. Ooh, okay, cheeky little sentinel shot from Artin. IGL this squad. And by the way, Artin, as young as he is, the only player in all of South America competing in this tournament that played in the first ever LAN in Krakow, Poland, the first international competition. Artin is still here to play. They picked up Singularity's Elysium. He's actually Chilean, Spanish-speaking, learned Portuguese to be able to communicate with his team. The fragger for this squad, best controller player in the region. They always play around his play style, which is Elysium. Get loose. Go find some kills. We got your back. The best support player in South America is the reason that Elysium can make so many plays.
Our only South American team here in this finals lobby too, Singularity, have been putting themselves on the map. I mean, that's why they were #1 in that region for a reason. They've been ahead of the curve out here, and I like the way that they're playing this circle, playing off the south side. Sometimes we get to see the beacon out here, pulling all the way down towards launch site, but at the moment, they're just holding this building to prevent any of the squads that maybe want to wrap behind them through dome.
Nothing but foreheads on player cams right now. That's how you know these players are locked as we switch over to another forehead. Nick Burke's try-hard mode activated. Shout out to Nick and every other Pro League player who just didn't qualify or didn't make it. You know, Monsoon is here, which is great. But of course, everyone watching at home, appreciate y'all tuning in. Hope you're enjoying Match Point Finals right now as we switch on over to Alliance. Yuki, Hakis, and Mandy had a slow start to the competition, but never lost confidence. They finally stopped getting contested from Flora in Thermal Station, and they've been looking great ever since. Had a good start in game one. Look at the shots from Mandy wide right. Gets his break.
We know the crowd absolutely loves Mandy. Mandy was popping off earlier, just yesterday. They were feeling themselves. They're also bringing their confidence into this day.
Yeah, I mean, literally popping off on top of a desk. He jumped on a desk to hype up the crowd. Yeah. Any Mandy fans here in Copperbox Arena? Make some noise for Mandy and Alliance as we take a look at Hakis. The IGL for this squad, stone cold killer. He is so focused, so regimented. Former military member in his home country of Sweden and runs his team that way. Very, very organized, but at the same time, always knows how to maintain vibes. It's really Yuki's job for the squad. Big shout to Yuki as well, former model, TV star in China, moved back to the UK during COVID, started studying, and is still a full-time university student, which is awesome. While competing, not many pro players can say they have 2 full-time roles.
Amazing to juggle so much here. Space Station, as we tune in to them, getting circle kept by Ascend on the other side, dropped notes exactly where they are on top of the roof here of this building. Yeah. Trying to find a way if they could try to go in through this building, at least get into that next circle right now. Frex now taking some chances, just trying to restabilize. Ascend now taking a nice little off angle as a Seer ult goes online.
That's right.
Oh, nice timing on the crypto EMP to delete the Seer ult. No more information left.
That's going to be big, and that's what this team does. The longest lasting crypto team in the world. Kasher's been doing it since 2-3 years ago when crypto was released. Meanwhile, Lufka, new player in this team, Polish sensation. He's been so good for them. Zanile's gonna go down to Kasher's Arc Star. That leaves SSG. Frex is with 104-degree fever right now, trying to channel his inner Michael Jordan for the last dance.
See the Bangalore smokes coming in. The Arc Star sliding all the way too as Kasher gets the crack. After getting that one knocked though, they trade 2 for 2 as Ascend now down 2. Frex is trying to restabilize and Space Station have the man advantage.
Look at this. Frex isn't dropped as a duo. Oh. Are you kidding me? Michael Jordan and Pippen are gonna do it. For the last time as teammates, the last dance, Space Station Gaming clutches a 2v3.
Dropped and Frex coming in clutch as Denial is gonna get res in the beacon right here. Let's not forget, they were the ones at the disadvantage. They were the ones trying to wrap right inside of this building. The Seer ult got denied by the EMP and they were able to turn that fight around.
Unbelievable performance. Frex is the first pro player to switch to controller. Started a trend, by the way, as you know, Hal and a few others have done it since JMW, who unfortunately did not qualify. Invictus Gaming not here. Our hearts go out to them. We know they'll bounce back for Split 2, but for now, it's E6, Amphi, the rookie on this team. Effect from Alliance, so talented. Said Amphi is the one that defined and created the R301 meta, which is obviously a bold statement, but that's how good Amphi is. He was one of the first players to start beaming with the R301 in ranked. A complete ranked grinder picked up by this E6 squad.
Love stories like that here too. Crowd putting in some chants. E6, a lot of fans in this arena. Shout out to E6 fans out here, trying different things. Absolutely love the energy as the Bloodhound, Bangalore, and Crypto are gonna come in.
Well, Copperbox, you want an E6 listening? Want to hear some comms from the E6 squad? Let's go ahead and jump right into a listening with E6, led by K-Swinny.
We're fine, we're fine. I think it's a team middle tree, they just low vaulted. I'm gonna look. Nice, nobody middle tree. What about this? What? On my ping. What about in back? Yeah, just walk up middle tree already. Okay, I'm walking up. Yeah, it is a team on the right there. Careful, this team can angle for free, okay? They are after pop. So, yeah, good. Careful on middle and feet, just check your eyes. One team is coming, play here, okay? We need to be careful now. Okay. I'm gonna be droning. No, I don't have drone yet. It's a team on the ping. You see the ping, right? Yes, sir. It's a team here. Yeah. This team gonna move up on us. We walk. Prepare yourself. We have an enemy. Shit, by the way. Prepare yourself. We have an enemy.
And there you have a listen-in with E6, the last mostly British squad remaining, representing their home turf. Amphi, Slayers, both from the United Kingdom. K-Swinny from France, the only French player competing in this lobby. Vive Francais, we have a lot of great French talent and Apex legends, but Game Ward, the all-French team, not able to qualify here. So now, all hands and all eyes rest on this one IGL and K-Swinny. Switching back over to Space Station, who made their rotate through. They got Zanio back, and SSG is back to a team of 3. Can they have a 96 Bulls-esque last dance here? Can they end it with the championship. This roster confirmed is breaking up after this event. Dropped, rumored to be going to Optic Gaming. Who knows what the future holds for Frexes and Denial.
Actually crazy. The guard, Rambo, falling incredibly low after landing right here. Keon also falling low, right in the line of sight of another team that's trying to hold the top end of that building. They find refuge inside of this truck right now. But TSM, GO, Ascent, the three squads that made it pretty in the late game for that first game already out as the guard are gonna get pulled out by that black hole. Keon gets knocked on the other side by another team. It's LG that are holding the high ground, and they're also in the line of sight of Space Station.
That's right, Space Station, LG, and Fnatic is right at the south side of Lava Siphon, putting pressure on the guard. Oh, and both numbers gonna go down. It's all gonna be up to the IGL in RKN with Crypto. Can get a mobile res, and is gonna immediately go for it. We'll see how he plays this. Could be risky. Could get immediately beat. EMP dropped. Is he gonna get the res? Looks like he will. But will they survive is the question, because he's dropping likely right on top of Fnatic. Wow, what a risky and ballsy res.
At least they're going to be able to at least drift towards that little platform if they can find a way to get not only on the platform, but the Fnatic's already calling it out. They're blocking the rotation. I like this split up because now they're landing right into the line side of Fnatic. Fnatic with open arms, taking care of Keon. Yes, give us more KP. We took you out once, we'll take you out again.
That's a great point. Bonus points at this point for Fnatic, who I have a bold prediction that they will clutch up on match point right now. It's not looking too good. 3 points for them, 17th place, but a good game here. Can certainly turn that around. It's only one game in. Second game here. If you're just joining us, welcome to the ALGS Championship Sunday for the Split 1 playoffs. Fallout alongside Vicky Kitty, Onset, Gaskin, cast in the action here as we have SSG fully kitted in purple for now with 6 kill points in 14th place.
By the way, Rambo managed to get away from Fnatic. I mean, with the Valkyrie, when you come down from that dropship, you get some more. This is Space Station. Oh, he don't miss. Oh, Matsutosh getting caught by the wingman in the hands of Denial. Meanwhile, Exet finds Rambo. He can't get away from another team.
Is that Denial or Hardeki circa 2019-20 with the wingman? Insane shots right there from Denial. Likely will get the res, will be that squad, but nonetheless, at least put some damage on them. But look at the zone here, and if we can get the overhead map to show you where the next zone is going to be, we do have that intel. We want to give it to you so we can let you know which teams are already there. But right now it's Dark Zero, Alliance, E6, well positioned. Moist on a late rotate here. They will find zone. They'll find some cover, some moment of respite, but down to barely any health is Walty. He'll get healed back up.
Oh, and he gets stopped. He's getting griefed. It's not just the missile swarm. It's that sear tech as well as Walty's going to try to restabilize the shield cells, but he doesn't have bigger meds. He doesn't have a shield bat, and he gets taken out just as ESA get eliminated from this lobby.
Wow. ESA out, Moist falling. 2 members of Moist down. Dark Zero, it's going to be the former APAC South dominant team that eliminates Moist Esports from the competition. Down to 15 squads. Notice how stacked these lobbies are. Late game is so packed with teams, unlike any scrim and any preparation that these teams could put in. No one is pushing an early game here. Meanwhile, let's jump on board with Xset, the team that has dominated the North American region for the last year and a half since Team Liquid. They've been playing so good alongside TSM and NRG as the best teams in North America.
Guard baby going down right here in 15th. Back to the lobby as Xset C, the lone survivor of the guard, RKN, running for his life, hiding behind the rock. There you go. Claim that KP. The guard get taken out. It's Xset looking to farm. You saw that they were pressuring out Rambo originally too with that charge rifle.
Yeah, and I thought that was a team of 3 right there. But yeah, there's just a rat in the guard. So nice job, good headshots right there. Good aim from Sykes. Controller, Demon. Played with Luda in Challenger Circuit last year. Who would have thought 1 year later you'd be playing on the main stage for a first place finish potentially?
It is a massacre of the Skyward Dive. It is a massacre out here. Every team that we've seen try to reposition with the Skyward Dive so far have been pressured out by these charge rifles. Currently Ziki getting taken out. EXO now down to 2. They won't be able to get that res as Onyx are going to try to fully send and take advantage of that.
Yeah, just a great knockdown shields. Yeah, easy kill right there on Ziki. Shady picks it up. Shady and Rocky have been competing in the APAC South region for quite a few years now, but first time qualified. Right now, dropped. Frexes find themselves in a tough fight. It's going to be a trade, but again, SSG is going to do it. A 3v3 team fight win from them. Can they get the res before they get third party, though? No, it's Fnatic.
Fnatic saw that they were shooting
Cancel
originally.
the res.
Oh, huge stick there too. Yes, absolutely. With the Arc Star, Meltstera melting everybody out here as Space Station are trying to run away.
And that's tragic. It was the Seer Q cancellation of the res in the last millisecond that prevented SSG from having their third member in that fight and being able to potentially run away and heal up. Fnatic now. Team of 3 on high ground. APAC North, Japan represented. Matsutasu, Meltstera, and the boys looking to perform here with a Valkyrie. We'll see where they rotate to.
Look at Zenile just scurrying away. The only survivor of Space Station, playing by the rocks. Singularity also on the high ground right now. So the circle is closing in. If we could see where the circle is, that'd be absolutely huge because it's going to be pulling towards the outskirts of Tree, closer towards the east side. Singularity now, take it to the sky. Oh, 2 other squads, 3 squads. The skies are looking congested out here as Fnatic involved in a fight.
So FNC decides to drop on top of E6, who's in God spot and got there early. ExoClan can be eliminated in your kill feed. But Fnatic say, E6, we don't care about your Rev Tane, we don't care about your new team comp with Crypto. We're gonna just push you. 2v2 now. Nice shots. Oh, the melt. Switches to the Havoc. We don't see a lot of Havoc in late game, and FNC is going to be taken out to the hands of Amphi. The rookie goes big.
E6 as the crowd goes wild for their support. We saw what they brought to the table in the last game. One of the most flexible squads out here as we see the chaos happening in the low-end buildings of the Tree.
It's LG not looking good. LG's out. Mexico eliminated in 10th. SNG from just south. In South America, still alive. X set down to just Nocturnal, the IGL for this team. What a shot from Artin.
Artin getting that finish onto sites as NRG are taking up the inside of this building. They are fencing up the perimeter right now, playing for the late game. They see the Sear attack coming in over to their left. I believe they also have not only the RE45, but yeah, you can see the Rampage in Sweet's hands, playing this very patiently though. 2 other squads in this vicinity of the building before Darkseer on the outside. He beats them with the revved up Rampage.
That's right, let's jump right into a listing with NRG, the best team in this tournament so far.
We're getting AP'd. Go back up completely.
Up here, I think.
No, we're fine. In here! Flush, dead!
Nice, I'm putting it
I need armor swap.
I put
I'm leaving it for you, Maddie. We're in another 0. We're fine. Still in zone, boys. Not doing anything, but we are playing aggressive for kills here.
Okay.
Can we maybe... I'm gonna peek below us again.
Yo, I have a gen for you, Nate. I have a gen for...
They're not here. They're not here.
Okay. I'm popping another ultic cell. Yeah, you grab that one when you're done. Yeah. Low ball and 40%.
Great peeking stairs.
Oh, well played right there from NRG. Here, the great IGLing of Sweet. Can this be the one? The first LAN championship that Sweet wins, or even places top 3. We've seen it before with NRG. They dominate the winner's bracket final and then didn't show up in the championship final. This time, a different story as NRG is looking so good. Sweet is looking to prove that he is the best IGL in Apex Legends, but he's got to get through Hal and so many others. Hockey's, K-Swinny, top IGLs in this competition, alongside Kashera and many, many more.
I mean, this is the way to do it right now, Follow. 6 squads left. Dark Zero, Sharky living up the land, by the way. Not a lot of heavy to work with, but it's not like he needs it. He gets the shot with the Senti. Takes care of Best, takes care of the last member as Team Singularity fall.
Talk about great IGLs. We take a look at Zero trying to show, hey, I might not talk a lot, I might not tweet a lot, but I'm here, Fallout. Nice job from Zero, the IGL of Dark Zero. Anti-Sharky watching at home. On board with Guild, on board with Sweet, team of 2. They lost 1 in that fight. I don't know what happened. I think it might have been a 3v2. Oh, full team of 3, D3 to 6, and they're going to push this. But Watson fences galore. It's a perimeter. Take a look here as NRG has to defend.
Zero coming in online. Aimbot trying to take a little off angle by the stairwell. The Arcstar going to buy in some space. NRG playing this nice and safe. Sweet getting beamed though. He goes right to the safety of the gen, and E36 are going to fully send it.
Oh, Guild's going to get the first knock. Can they collect the 2v3? No! NRG eliminated. Nice shot by E36, just trading shots there. But Dark Zero's going to swoop right in. Dark Zero, the back-to-back LAN champions, looking to cement their dynasty with a 3rd championship win in a row. If they do that, Zero is the unprecedented best in-game leader at Apex, and Dark Zero, a dynasty.
Creating a record, creating a legacy out here. Dark Zero also have such great natural cover as it's Dark Zero versus Alliance for this game too.
Are you kidding me, Vicky? It comes down to a game of arenas on a unique new map called The Tree. Mandy, Yuki, Hockey's, couple of boxes to work with. Both teams have equal high ground. Love the elevation fight here, love the terrain, and the level designers at Respawn. Let's take a look here and see how they play this. Is the zone be closing? We have to see where the zone's closing. I'd love to see the map.
This is smart from Dark Zero to make the quick rotation.